Hey everybody, welcome back to Why Ask Why. This should be a pretty short video. I know in the last video I said this was going to be about fate, so this is going to be about fate. So some of you know the story of how I met my wife, but you might not know the history. So yeah, like I said back in the first video, grew up out west. My mom's mom, my grandmother lived in Tennessee, so we did a lot of trips every summer. Came out here um, during the summers. My grandmother would have yard sales, so she would um, let me, if she gave me this one little area, probably with sometimes it was usually clothes. She'd sell for 25 cents. So as long as I got to fold them, keep them organized, I could. This would be my little area I could sell, make some money off of. So I remember one summer, I want to say it was probably 85, maybe. I won't say 80, it could be 86, 85. No, it's probably 85. Um, 84, 85. She were doing a yard sale. She lived on a main road and in Tennessee. So there was one time, an older lady, probably about the age of my grandmother. Now, probably 40 or 50 years old. Um, about right. And had her little granddaughter was with her and came in the yard sale, had pulled into the yard sale, and I was like, hey, she's kind of cute. I was I think I was seven or eight. She's about 4 or 5. I was like, hey, little girl, say hi to her. I was shy. I was a shy little kid, as I've said previously in my other videos, and so yeah, that was one time. I don't think I did any talking. My grandmother talked, and the lady her and her granddaughter looked at some stuff, and I guess had drove. I don't know if they bought anything, but they drove off. Um, let's fast forward a little bit to we had moved from out west to Tennessee in '86. And this is probably I want to say it's probably 80. Could have been early '90s, maybe '91, '92. My dad had a friend in Kentucky. He had got some horses from, and so we had gone down the street, down to the country, uh, and there was a tack shop for horses, and there was this girl working. Well, I don't think she was working, but she was there. I think in my mind, I'm thinking she was working there, or she was there. Um, anyway, so there was a girl there, and um, she was cute. Didn't think anything about it. We were only there for about 5-10 minutes. My dad had asked a question about something, and they didn't have what he was looking for. They did. I don't remember, but not really the point. Um, so we left, went back somewhere, wherever, um, and then let's fast forward to 90. What year was it? Probably 98, 98, 98, 99. I was working at the job, customer service. Which I talked about in my last video. I was there for about 9 years. Towards the end of my tenure there, this girl had started working there. Well, I found, uh, you know, back in my younger day, I had a lot of hair, had curls. All the girls loved my curls. They always ran their hands through my hair, and they just loved the curls. And there was this one girl. She was a little different than the other girls. You know, we kind of locked eyes, and we would talk every now and then. Um, after talking for a while, she always thought I was a mean guy just because I had that look about me. Just because, like I said, I had come out of my shell, and so I was very vocal, a lot. Um, but anyway, we started talking, went on a few dates. Um, she loved horses. She had asked me if I ever rode horses before, and I'm like, yeah, I rode horses before. Sat on a horse, I never rode a horse. So our first date was riding horses. I'm sure you guys can figure out how that went, right? Um, she's a horse person. She had ridden horses before, so I got on a horse and horse wouldn't move. Horse was standing still. It's like, okay, let's go. Come on, horse, let's go. Horse will not move at all. Um, so she was like, there's something wrong. Something, I think he's lying. I don't think he's ever ridden a horse before. Um, but yeah, so of course she finally got the horse to go, and of course never rode a horse before. Being a guy, not sitting right in the saddle, the whole time I was like, ow, 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 ow. It was painful. Um, but anyway, so yeah, first date was riding horses. So let's talk about. So we get talking. We dated for a little while. Started talking. She came over. She had met my parents. She had come to the house, and my parents had bought the house my grandparents had lived in. So she had come to the house, and she's like, "I've been in this house before." I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "We've never. It's only been in my family. Nobody else has lived in this house. My grandparents built the house." So she was like, "No, I was here with my grandmother." I'm like, "Really?" So we started talking, and so she was like, "Yeah." We came to a yard sale one time. I'm like, and I started thinking, I was like, I was at that yard sale. So I was like, that's just crazy. Um, and then we started talking about some more stuff and dating and doing just talking about places she had worked and been at and the area that we had gone to the tax shop. She lived over in that area, so which was funny because she was telling me about we had gone to this tax shop once and she's like, yeah, I used to come in here every weekend or however often she would come in there. She would come there every so often, and I was like, it's weird because me and my dad would came in here one time, and there was this girl sitting uh, on a stool behind the counter, and I was thinking back, and I was like, I think it could have been a younger you. So um, yeah, that was number two for fate. First time, okay, yard sale, which coincidence, yeah, you can put in coincidence, it's fine. Second time, you might be able to say it's coincidence, being in the same area. Okay, so let's go a little further. So we started dating. We probably broke up six times during our tenure of dating. We started dating in 2000, so we were probably off and on for about six times throughout the next 6 years. Well, I guess really the next 5 years. Well, 6 years. Um, so we have broken up this last time back in '05. Yeah, back in '05. We were probably separated for about almost 6 months. I had gotten into, I think when I started getting into real estate, um, and just I was dating other people. Just really, they say usually if you don't date somebody, if you're apart for 6 months, it's easy for you to not go back to that person. Um, so I was driving one day down to this area where close to where she had worked, and I just happened to go. Had turned. I was at a stoplight right next to her work, not on purpose. Just that's where I needed to go down the street, down the road she worked on. Light had turned red. I was sitting there with my blinker on. I had looked over in her area where she worked, and I saw she had walked out to a mailbox to put some mail in the mailbox or get mail out or something. And I was like, crap. It's like if she sees me in the car and I don't stop, she's gonna be mad at me. Granted, I hadn't talked to her in 6 months. So I was like, but if I stop and say something to her, then it's not gonna be weird. But I was thinking if I don't stop, she's gonna be mad, and that was my thoughts. Like I hate people. At the time, I hate people being mad at me. I like to please people. I like to make people happy. So we didn't have a bad relationship. We just there's just things that people have to work through in their relationship, and that's one of the things. So I had being a great guy I am. I had stopped. I pulled up behind her, and I said, "Hey," and she stopped, and she was like, "Oh crap, I need to keep walking or what? So she stopped and asked her how she was, and then I asked her if she wanted to go eat lunch one day, and she's like, well, I'll think about it. I'll let you know. I said, okay, well, just let me know. I'll text you. So we finally went to meet up for lunch and talked about some things. We actually went on another date, talked about some more things, and then yeah, just want to find. And then later, I see that was sometime in 2005. I ended up proposing to her New Year's Eve on 2005. So we got married in June 2006. So yeah, it's just crazy how things worked out. You know, if you guys don't believe in fate, that right there, some maybe divine intervention, you know, some kind of guide, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's there. But yeah, that is how I met my wife. Fate has written. I mean, you can coincidence it once, maybe twice, but 3 times. Yeah, I mean, things that are meant to be will be meant to be. So that's how we were put together. You know, it's the powers that be wanted us to come together. I truly believe that, and you know, won't have any other way. Just she's been my rock ever since. So yeah. But so in saying that, this will be my last video until we get to the good stuff for 2020. So like I said, if you have any comments, questions that you guys want to talk about, I might try to do a live shoot here coming up. That way, you guys, we can live stream some stuff and we can talk real time. We'll see how that goes. For like I said, first time YouTuber doing videos. I've got a still having to splice some other video together. So yeah, so good stuff's coming. So yeah, why ask why? Stay tuned to find out. Post your questions, like, subscribe, get ready for my next videos. Yeah, they're gonna get good. So stay tuned.